You guys buying into that reps in reserve nonsense? I haven't left a rep in reserve on a workout set my entire life. Oh yeah, I gotta push it on leg days, guys. You don't feel like you're gonna die, you're probably not doing it right. So I can be nice in the gym and talk to people when it's time for me to do what I gotta do. I just think about violence, honestly. Back for another video. So we're doing legs today, guys. We're 7 weeks out today, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, getting into it. So I start every leg day with foam rolling, guys. So I preach this to like so many of my clients, so many people that come to me with like knee issues, hip issues. I used to have a ton of issues with my legs that used to affect my leg training. I used to get massaged all the time and nothing would help. And then eventually I learned how to foam roll my quads and IT bands really well. So I do this twice a week. I'll do it 1 or 2 days before I train legs, and then as a warm-up, like before I train legs, which is what I'm doing right now. So when I do it 1 or 2 days before legs, I probably do it for like 10-15 minutes. Right now I'll just do it for 5 because I want my legs to be fresh, obviously, going into the leg session. And this is a form of stretching, and you don't want to overstretch a muscle before you train it. So I'll show you guys what I do really quick. So I always start on the quads, so just both legs at once, and then roll back and forth the full length of the quad. And then I'll actually like lift my legs up to put the quads in a stretch position, and then foam roll that as well. So we'll just do some of these, and then I'll switch to the IT bands. And guys, I'm telling you, this is what most of you need to do, and it's gonna hurt. It doesn't hurt me because I'm used to it, but when you have tight IT bands, this is excruciating at first, but the more you do it, the better it gets. And when the pain goes away, you know it's loose, and then you'll feel that in your training. So basically all you want to do is one side at a time. So come down on your elbow. I'm basically trying to roll my IT band, which is a big tendon that goes from the hip to the knee. I'm trying to roll the full length of that. So I'll kind of use this leg to help push me back and forth. And I'll go all the way up. And then I'm kind of to the point where I can actually just put all my weight on it. And it hurts a little bit, but it actually feels good. And as you do it, you can feel the IT band getting looser. And then same thing, I'll actually bend my knee as I'm doing it, the one that I'm rolling, to put my quad in a stretched and relaxed position, and foam roll it throughout both. So yeah, I'm actually like kind of bending and flexing my knee, bending and straightening, I should say, as I'm going through it. Kind of going a little bit more on the front of the IT band, and then I'll kind of switch back to the back of it just to make sure that everything's getting nice and loose. So yeah, that feels pretty good for me there. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you're having any type of knee or hip issues and you haven't tried that, give it a go, because I put so many people on it and they always say it helps a lot. So then what I'll do after I foam roll, and you feel this so much, is I'll kind of do like the hockey goalie stretch, where I tuck my heels behind me and I sit down, and now obviously my quads are in a fully stretched position, and you can really feel the IT bands stretching. So sometimes I'll just kind of even use the foam roller as support and just sit here for a bit. And then after that, I'll go into a hip stretch. So again, here, really focusing on my hip flexor on the left side here. And I'll just push ahead when you're doing this. So if I'm stretching this hip flexor, I want to flex my left glute over here. That's just going to help me engage the hip flexor even more and stretch it even more. Yeah, we're not going to bore you with too much more stretching. We're going to get into the workout. So yeah, it's mostly quads. I'll do a little bit of hamstrings today. The hamstrings are kind of more just to touch them and sort of warm up the back of the knees before I get into the quads, because I train hamstrings on Monday with my upper back. I have 2 back days a week. So yeah, mostly quads today. But we're going to get my intra-workout drink ready, and then we'll get into it. So typically I would do 2 scoops of this, but we got cut down to 1 scoop this morning. We're going to be leaner in a couple of days for sure. I'll probably be leaner tomorrow, because we cut carbs. My last 2 meals did not out. We just lowered them and then cut the carb powder down. And today is leg day. And I did cardio this morning, and I got to walk my dog tonight. So lowest weight so far on this prep, 316. I expect lower than that for sure within, if not tomorrow, the next day for sure, because tomorrow's a rest day, and that's like the lowest calorie day of the week. And I always drop after rest days. So anyways, things are moving along nicely. But for now, we just got to focus on absolutely annihilating our quads. All right, so we're doing adductor first. So I think this is one that like a lot of people leave to the end of the workout, and therefore it gets a lackluster effort. But this is really what's going to thicken up like the inside of the legs, give your legs like width from the front and the back. I start with it, and I find it's kind of just good to like warm up the groin before you like squat and leg press and stuff anyway. So we'll do 2 warm-up sets and then 2 working sets. I almost wore shorts today just for the video, almost. But I hate the feeling of like the pads and stuff touching my skin. It just kind of bothers me. I have a hard enough time getting in and out of the machines anyway, especially when my legs are pumped. So when your skin like sticks to like sweaty leather, I just can't deal with it. So what we'll do is we'll get a nasty, crazy pump, and then we'll do a pump check after the workout when the legs are just disgusting. And then we'll have to like take that clip and put it at the start of the video to captivate people to watch the whole workout. Okay, warmed up. You know, I got invited to a pool party today. Yeah, but instead I'm here. Yeah, well, you can't go to a pool party on leg day. When are you going to train legs, right? You're not going to train them after the pool party, obviously. Out in the sun all day and then try to train legs, that'd be terrible. So I respectfully decline the offer. I'm sure my presence is being dearly missed over there. You know, because I would just be sitting there with my fucking fish and rice, watching everybody else drink and eat pizza. To be in all honesty, I want nothing to do with that right now. We're so goddamn determined this year. On the prize, man. All I want to do is win. I've actually been frothing at the mouth all day to train legs, to be honest with you. I'm serious. I fucking want this workout. I had a high carb day yesterday too, so good energy today. I just want to obliterate myself today. Like I want to be effed up. Can't curse on social media anymore. You get banned for life. But I'm going to unalive myself this workout. You can say that, right? Oh yeah, no reps in reserve there. That shit is crazy. You guys buying into that reps in reserve nonsense? I haven't left a rep in reserve on a workout set my entire life, and I'm 320 pounds, pretty lean. So, should give you some perspective on all that garbage. All you guys out there worried about being fatigued and overtraining and stuff. 99% of you cannot train hard enough to be overtrained. The only issue with overtraining that you guys run into is because you train every day. You train 6-7 days a week because you like being in the gym. And I get that, right? I do. I understand that. When I was young, I was the same way. It just took a couple of years of me just spinning my wheels, not seeing progress, to be like, oh, I actually need to rest. And then I started taking some rest days, and that worked for a bit. And then progress slowed down again. And then I realized, oh, I'm doing too much volume in these workouts, too much junk volume. So then I lower the volume, and then by lowering the volume, you're like, damn, instead of doing 4 working sets per exercise and 8 exercises, I'm only doing 2 working sets per exercise and 5 exercises. Man, I better give a lot of effort into these working sets if this is all that's on my program. And that is when you learn how to properly train and you know what intensity is. And then you can see, oh, because now I'm doing less but putting more effort in, now I'm actually seeing my strength go up. And when you're eating in a calorie surplus and your strength is going up, guess what's happening? You're getting bigger. All right, on to the hamstring curl. So, on my quad day, I'll do the single leg standing curl. And then on my hamstring day, I'll do like a seated curl and a lying curl. No particular reason, honestly. It's just the way I've been doing it. And I think I am trying, like my quads are pretty good. Like, of course, they could always be better and bigger, but they've always been a strong body part of mine. I got good quads, good glutes. Usually that means weak hamstrings. So this is why I'm hitting hamstrings multiple times a week and kind of give them their own day on with the back day. But yeah, that way I kind of hit every type of hamstring curl, right? You do the standing curl today, and then on the normal hamstring day, I'll do the normal seated curl and line curl, just to give the hamstring like every type of stimulation. And then on the hamstring day too, I'll do like a RDL, something like that as well, like a hip hinging movement. But yeah, so we'll just do 2 quick working sets here. Because again, like I literally got a day off and then I'm, hitting them again. Or, no, sorry, I got chest Monday, back and hams Tuesday. So I got a couple days in between. That makes more sense. 1 day in between would be, no, that wouldn't be adequate. That would be overtraining. Maybe I should leave some reps in reserve. Yeah, so anytime you're doing a back off set, like it's always 1 or 2 like top sets, right? And then based on how the working sets go, you can kind of judge, like, do I need a back off set? Do I not? So because I came up a few reps short on my second working set, I'm going to back off the weight a little bit and then really focus on the good mind muscle connection, really good form, good technique this set, just to finish off the hamstrings. Okay. All right, that's good there. All right, good old leg extension. When I do the leg extension, at this point, like I'm not really thinking I'm going to build muscle with this, because if you're doing 700-800 pound squats and 1,000 pound leg presses, which are also forms of leg extension, you got to think, like, is this going to build muscle? Probably not. But what do we use it for? Warm up our knees, pre-exhaust the quads. So now I can do a few sets of this, pre-exhaust my quads. I don't need to go as heavy on the leg press and squat to get as much out of them. Risk of injury goes down, like, a lot. And just to establish a mind muscle connection. Obviously, it's a single hinge movement. Really easy to get that mind muscle connection with the quads. So then when I do go squat and leg press, that neurological connection is already established, and I'm able to isolate my quads better, keep my glutes out of those movements. So yeah, you see how we're still going hard on this, right? But I'm not using like the whole stack, beating myself up. Like even when I came over here, the person before me had the whole stack on. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, hey, what's the purpose of this, guys? Like, it's a single hinge movement. All you're going to do is hurt your knees. It's not benefiting your quads anymore. Because then if it's so heavy, all you're worried about is getting the weight from point A to point B. So you're just like forcing it up. Going to mess up your tendons. And then when you go to squat and leg press, the stuff that actually counts, your knees are sore and you can't go as heavy on those, right? So pick like a moderate to heavy weight here. What am I on? Maybe 2/3 of the stack, 3/4 of the stack. Set to 15 to 20, nice and controlled. Focus on stretching the quads, going up full contraction. My knees feel great. My quads are pumped and burning. So, well, what do I know though? You gotta love it when you go to use a leg press and all the plates are around your leg press already. That's wonderful. Less work for me. But yeah, I've really been liking this Nebula leg press. It's honestly just perfect. The angle, the way it feels, the platform, how it allows you to get good knee flexion, all that shit. I'm gonna show you guys how tight your knee sleeve should be if you're a bodybuilder, and how easily they should go on. No wraps either, guys. God damn it. Using wraps, first of all, is so annoying. Taking up so much time. Put those things on and off. And then you wrap them so tight that your knees are like spring-loaded. So they help you get out of the bottom of the movement. It's the same thing as putting a friggin' band on the hack squat like people do these days. It's like, yeah, let's get something to help us when our quads are in the most stretched position where we're going to do the most damage to the muscle to force growth. Like, let's make that easier. That's super smart. Anyway. So this is how easy your knee sleeve should go on, okay? You see that? Like, that's not going to help me very much, right? It's just going to give me a little support, keep my knees warm so that I can leg press 1,000 pounds 20 times without feeling it so much in the knees, you know? So, but yeah, I've had these are 4XL SBD knee sleeves that I've had for, it's got to be a decade. It's got to be a decade, man. Yeah, I swear, yeah. So first of all, good quality, SBD. I think it's like the second biggest size you can get. I guess my legs have always been pretty huge. Yeah, for the leg press, so we got a couple of warm-ups. So we'll do one more warm-up, and then we'll jump to a working set. I'm pretty familiar with this leg press now. I don't need a ton of warm-ups on it. I know what weight I'm going to use, so... The fuck was that noise? 20 on that first set, which is what I was going for. So, gonna keep the same weight. 15 to 20, I'm happy with on the leg press. So, if we get 15 on the next one, that's okay. But I do leg press before squat because I can load this a bit heavier. Obviously, I'm still doing high reps, but again, I'm all about taking care of my body these days, you know, and I've learned to do things a certain way to get the most out of my sessions and not beat myself up. So by doing the leg press first, when I go to hack squat, again, I don't need to do 7 to 8 plates a side like I would if I didn't do this first. I can do 6 a side, sets of 12 to 15, nice controlled tempo, and my legs will be murdered. And it's been working well. So we just stick with what works in prep. Not trying to change up anything now. The body's used to it. We're getting a good result. Legs look big and full while everything's leaning out. So fuck. How many reps in reserve there? Pussies. Whew. Like, sometimes people think that because you can like talk and like joke around in the gym that you're not serious or whatever, but I think people that, I don't know, like myself, that have been doing this a long time, I can like lock in a second, you know, when it's time to do a set. So I can be nice in the gym and talk to people, and then when it's time for me to do what I got to do, I just think about violence. Honestly, that's what gets me through, because I think we all deal with, not to get too deep, but I think we all deal with shit throughout life. Obviously, bodybuilding is easy as fuck compared to life. This is a great opportunity to take all that shit that you're dealing with and channel it into something positive. That's what I've been doing my whole life, you know, and that's why I'm here. Being able to get all that shit out of me here just makes me a better person, like all the other time, you know. So if you're dealing with shit, and life's hard, because I deal with people, I talk to people all the time, I have clients and stuff, and Sometimes when life gets hard, people want to skip the gym. They want to run away from it. They think oh, it's another thing. No, let it be the thing. Let it be the thing that helps you. Right? Come in here and take all that shit, put it into your sets, and then you'll leave feeling so much better. Like such a weight will be lifted from you. And then you'll be like too tired to be upset and angry, you know? You'll just want to like, for me after this, I'm just gonna be like chilling, like laying out, hanging out my dog. On to the hack. Yeah, I love this Atlantis hack. Feels great. Lucky for me, I don't know if it's luck. I don't know what I call it, but I have good ankle flexion for a big guy. It allows me to like have this platform all the way up like it is now. Whereas a lot of guys, a bad ankle flexion would have it more like down here probably. It's okay if that's all you can do, but it's harder on your knees, right? So better ankle flexion, better knee flexion, more quads, less knees. Pretty warmed up now. So I'll just do one warm-up set just to kind of feel this out. And then we're gonna do 2 working sets. I've been doing 6 plates a side, so I'll probably just stick with that. One thing I'm gonna try to do though, that I will note is that it's kind of hard to say this, but I feel like my quad sweeps were their best when I was younger and I was doing a lot of barbell squats. And then obviously when you barbell squat, your kind of stance is more like this, right? And I think by doing that, it really helped like the outer sweeps, where what I catch myself doing now a lot on leg press and hack squat is like my feet straight ahead, which I think has helped with like the density and like the rec fem and like adductor and VMOs, but not so much on the lateralis, the outside of the quad. So that's something I made a mental note this week that I wanted to try here. So we'll see how the wider stance feels on the hacks. Try to get a bit more like quad sweep going. Fuck. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Oh yeah, I gotta push it on leg days, guys. If you don't feel like you're gonna die, you're probably not doing it right. So yeah, I really like these horizontal leg presses for like single leg stuff, because it's so easy just to like put your foot position exactly where you want it, and you can focus really good on knee flexion. I can't remember what weight I use on this, but we'll try this out. Not gonna need much right now anyway. Come on. Yeah, that level of intensity is so high there. after you do the leg press hacks, and now all tension on one leg, man. Like, you got to focus so hard. Like, every fiber in my body is like trying to keep me in position, just so I'm moving that leg like a piston there. So this is good. Like, you know, in prep, obviously we're trying to hit our legs to have big ass legs on stage, right? But as far as getting in condition, your legs burn up so much glycogen, right? Even just like walking around, you know. So when you do a leg workout like this, man, you're gonna burn like 2 or 3 times the glycogen that you would training upper body. So you want to get lean, like trying to get shredded, like leave it all on the gym floor on leg day, man. You'll be able to eat more. You'll be able to do less cardio if you do that once a week. Your body's recovering from leg day like 3 or 4 days at least. We'll see what kind of pump we got going here. Spandex first. Yeah, I gotta wear the spandex underneath. Keeps the legs feeling warm. Seven-week out, leg day in the books, guys. Hope you took something away from that. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep these videos going right up until showtime. So stay tuned. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I always appreciate the support, guys. So anything helps, comments, all that stuff. But thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.